Hey, what's up guys? Here's another deck that's just for fun. It abuses ITSU. It's really cool. So here we go. 3 Tour Guide. It's a budget card now, so I don't feel guilty about putting it in my deck profiles anymore. Basically, it's a good first turn beater when you need it, and it gets Sangan, which searches a lot of other stuff. Next up, we have Hecatrice. You discard it to add Valhalla Hall of the Fallen from your deck to your hand. It's really important. Next we have Dark Lord Asmodeus. He's going to be a card that you get with Valhalla like 99% of the time. His effect is like a swap frog. Once per turn you can send a fairy from your deck to your graveyard. Then he has another effect. When it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you special summon 2 tokens. One of the tokens can't be destroyed by battle, the other one can't be destroyed by card effects. And the tokens have 1800 and 1200 attack. So they're pretty beefy, and it's a good plus. This card literally is like the core of the deck, and it's so interesting that it works, but it makes it really fun. So basically, Asmodeus is going to be dumping Koitsu and Doitsu into the graveyard with his effect. That way they could be brought back later to be equipped to these normal monsters to boost their attack up to 3000 and 2500. And then also when he's destroyed by battle or by a card effect, you get the 2 tokens, which are really good tribute fodder for Aitsu or just stalling out more. And it's good for pluses, where you can torrential and not be afraid of losing everything when he's on the field. He's a great card, really broken. Next we have 2 Aitsu. He's level 5 with 100 attack, but that's not really a problem because there's so many ways to special summon him. He's a fairy, so you special summon him with Valhalla Hall of the Fallen or Celestial Transformation. Same thing with Koitsu. Really, you're going to want to be, if you draw one of these Koitsus, you're going to want to Celestial Transformation it and then just equip it so it doesn't get destroyed. Also, you can Celestial Transformation Dark Lord Asmodeus to send something to the graveyard, and then it'll get destroyed by transformation, but that doesn't matter because you get 2 tokens anyway. So there's really like no drawback with this card. Next we have 2 Soitsu and 2 Doitsu. That boosts this guy up to 2500. Oh, in case you guys don't know what these guys do, they're union monsters, and when Koitsu is equipped to Aitsu, it gains 3000 attack and gets piercing. And then Doitsu gives Soitsu 2500 attack. So they're just 2 little cool monsters with cool effects. They can't be veilered, so that's kind of fun. Really, this deck isn't competitive at all. It's just a really fun deck. So Valhalla lets you special summon all these guys because they're all fairies. And it gets the deck going. It's really like a cool engine. And then we got some staples, you know, Dark Hole, Monsterborn, Heavy Storm, and then any rogue deck needs triple Mystical Space Typhoon because rogue decks are generally weaker than normal decks, and if these weaker decks get broken up with like any sort of back row, you're going to be in a really bad situation. So you got to run 3 MST. I also won Run Raigeki Break to get rid of that, and it also is a good way to discard those dead union monsters in my hand if there are any there. So it's great at 1. Then we have 3 Call of the Haunted and 3 Rollout. Basically to bring stuff back from the graveyard. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like, they get discarded, you just call that, and then you activate Rolled Out to equip Koitsu to it, and then you have a 3000 beater, and that's really great. Fiendish Chain for some protection, and Torrential Tribute. Torrential's really good with Dark Lord Asmodeus because you get your tokens, and it's a good way to control the field. Overall, the deck is kind of good. It's slow. It's not like you're going to be able to bring your stuff out all the time, but it's still a really fun deck. It turbos through some things. It has a Tour Guide engine, a Hecatrice engine, and a Dark Lord engine, so, you know, that's awesome. And then I could bring out these beat sticks, and it's really funny. You know, it's just fun to play with. Some things that I was considering a Machina engine, but I figured that the only reason why I would run Gear Frame was to grab Peacekeeper, and the only reason why I would run Peacekeeper was to add the unions to the hand, and they're terrible in the hand, so I ditched that. I ditched the 3rd Aitsu because it clogged too much. Reptilian Visky sends 0 attack monsters from the field to the graveyard, but there's only 2 in the deck, so I got rid of that. Don't comment saying, oh, why don't you run Rabbit, because Rabbit is stupid in the deck. Rabbit only grabs Saitsu, and then Soitsu would get killed during the end phase, so even if you did Rabbit for double Soitsu, and you equipped it with Doitsu, like, you'd get 5,000 points in, but you would have to have 2 rollouts face down, and then they get destroyed anyway. It's just stupid, so no Rabbit. The deck did need protection, so I was running Scarecrow, but Fiendish Chain is better. Yeah, this is too much. Foolish Burial, I don't know, I don't really like it. It's just a neg 1, and I felt like I didn't need that much sending to the graveyard. Like, there are other ways to get them to the grave, and it's pretty consistent the way it is, and I didn't want to neg myself. And then maybe I'll throw one of these back in, but right now this is the deck at 40. I like it at 40. And so that's it. It's kind of a fun, interesting deck, so comment down below what you think about it, and if you have any suggestions for another interesting, unique, creative, not super competitive, but still really fun deck that you want to play, just comment it, and I'll build my take on it and hopefully add some really unique ideas. Yeah, this is Matt from Team Edward TCG signing out.